goddamn, I'm hitting this kind of on point. So I feel like I'm about to cry because this is actually pretty fucking on point. Good morning. Welcome to Bare Ass Thoughts and Bare Ass Creek Sits. Yes, hello. Yep, howdy. Ah, the faces. He's like, fuck. Got a lot today. I'm sitting here for 10 minutes. Literally I just sit here, close my eyes, and just actually hunch over. Is it good for your posture? I don't know. But your thoracic spine is designed to round forward, round versus arch. And plus my lumbar doesn't really flex at all or round. It should have a little bit of rounding or flexion to it, but it's mostly extension. I got fucked up discs, so I've guarded it so long it doesn't bend forward very well, so it's actually probably good for my posture. Anyway, PTSD. Been really chewing here lately, and hydration and a few things. Wolves. Oh, I'll try to hit all those quickly. One, I'm tired of feeling. I was sitting up here. I did a little workout this morning, a little ab workout, a little 5-minute burner, nothing crazy, but felt good. And then I came out here and sat, cup of coffee, and actually stood and I was stretching around, trying to take care of my spine, which is paying off pretty quickly. I feel everything's just running a little bit better. And I've only been doing it like 4 or 5 days. I've done it 4 or 5 days. But I was like, man, I don't like doing body weight stuff because I suck at it. But I'm like, also like, I imagine if I did body weight only stuff like a month, I would really be in tune with my body. When I thought that, I was like, ooh, I don't like the way my body feels. I drink too much and I don't drink nearly enough water. And I dip too much. And that's pretty much it. Too much as relative to whoever. In my opinion, I could dip less and drink less and drink a lot more water because I've been slacking. So as soon as I had that thought, I threw my dip out and grabbed a gallon of water and started chugging. Set an alarm on my clock for every 99 minutes, just because that's the max I can set it. So every 99 minutes, alarm will go off, I'll have to chug a glass of water. That's what I'm going to do today. Or from here on out is the plan. But also I was thinking in my head, like, God damn, dude, why do I always feel so damn, like, full? Like, my brain feels like I can't, any other little thing added to my plate feels like, Jesus Christ. More? But I look at my life, you know, I can get up early or I can sleep in. For those of you who didn't know, I talked to the VA a few months ago about PTSD, and they're like, yeah, well, we're gonna help you out so you don't have to actually work anymore. You can if you want. Of course, I like to work, but so I'm medically retired. So with that, I don't have to do anything except, you know, eat, all that, whatever, pay the bills. But my mind should be like a big load off, but that's not how it feels. And what I've learned is, since all this has been going on, I'm able to kind of spend a lot more time, like, kind of in my head and body and heart and all that hippie stuff, just kind of like, all right, what's going on, man? What's going on? And as I do that more often and more often, all that petty shit that doesn't really fucking matter goes away, and I'm left with, like, essentially a fucking iceberg is the way I can best explain it. So imagine your brain, a healthy brain, normal upbringing, no trauma, no, just a healthy person. And then you have PTSD, right? And what it feels like, if I had to explain it, is as if an iceberg was growing from, like, the side of my head, just a thick iceberg, but all you see is the tip, which is called, you know, PTSD, outbursts, anger, guarding, lack of trust, ready to go anytime, all the things that come with PTSD. Like, it just very lightly presents, you know, these handful of symptoms, 2 handful, 3 handful, whatever, if you want to break it down. But in summary, like, there's some common symptoms. But the one I'm addressing today is, like, why do I always feel like there's adding one thing to my mind is just like, Jesus, more? Well, because I feel like a good chunk of my brain is preoccupied with processing PTSD, or PTSD using my brain to perform daily tasks. You know, always being like, you know, doing your best to, you know, watch your six, be ready, confrontations, be ready to go from 0 to kill instantly, and just always kind of looking out. Like always. It's not always just like a physical threat. It's I don't know, someone breaking your trust, someone wronging you. It's just a big chunk of your brain is preoccupied with that. So of course, if I only have 60% of my brain actually available, yeah, it's gonna make sense. And as I'm kind of being able to slow down and not have to worry, oh, I gotta be to work on time, oh, I gotta get these materials, oh, I gotta make sure I call so-and-so to order the supplies, but like talking construction, because that's what I was doing before this. So once that's gone, basically all the things I was distracting myself with, the petty stuff, the work, the lazy girlfriend, not the current one. She's not lazy. She's contrary to that. Fuck. Oh man, she's awesome. Focus. Focus. The day-to-day activities, I think I was using to distract myself from deeper things, primarily PTSD and other trauma-related stuff. And now that it's calm and quiet, I can actually see and feel like the fucking chaos up here, and like just the thick mud of lack of clarity. And some of that comes with drinking and poor sleep and lack of hydration, but a lot of it is also, psychological. So yeah, it's kind of like a big fucking iceberg. So you can come like chop off the tip, like, oh, everything's good. Like, no, it's not. There's still some stuff under that layer, under that layer of visibility or signs and symptoms. So that's that. And to give you a better idea of what that might kind of feel like for most people, I'm gonna do the best I can. This is just an example that I just came up with. Being on all the time, being ready, it's not even you. It's like this part of your subconscious that's like always listening for information that validates, hey, grab your gun, get to work. And the up and down side, I'm thinking of some of the boys I know, some of the combat vets I know aren't in great shape. So if there's a physical altercation, they're going to go for a gun. That's wise because they're out of shape and will probably get beat up and killed. But for me, I'm not that. I can work guns pretty well. I know hand-to-hand combat fairly well. So in my brain, it's like, I don't have to be ready to pull a gun and, shoot someone from 5 feet to, 100 yards, 200, whatever. Which is a lot less personal than, grabbing someone by the bottom jaw, and ripping that till it dislocates, causing inability to kind of breathe very well, and plus it's painful. 3, it's psychologically defeating, and, and then doing whatever you have to do with your hands to make sure they stop breathing. I got to kind of plug that into my equation because I have more than one option. A gun, yeah, I have that option. Long gun, short gun, I have that option. A knife, I have that option. Using my bare hands, that's still a really good option for me. Just on my size, strength, fitness level, all that stuff. Generally, I have the upper hand. Generally. Not talking skill set. I'm not a bad son of a bitch, but I know some stuff. So adding that to the formula, not just ready to pew pew, all right, down. Like, no, this is going to get personal. This is going to get real personal. Can get real personal. So being on guard for that, being ready to do that kind of 24/7 is fucking exhausting. Can't be fucking healthy. But, subconsciously and even consciously, my brain kind of wants to hold on to that ability for when the moment comes. The thing is, it probably won't come, logically, rationally speaking. Why would I ever have to do that? But part of like the military training or the PTSD, whatever it is, it's like, no, it's going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. It's kind of like the reality and the subconscious. So it's kind of like this. You guys know me. If you don't, hi. You know me now, whatever. I was a depressed teen, joined the military, came out, wanted to help kids. So I founded a company called Piked Antler Project. And a big thing of what I do or we do is help mentor and shape little kids. Even some with trauma that, we can help kind of redirect because I have a good understanding of it and all that. PTSD is kicking my ass. But just to basically how shit works, we can help mentor kids. And I fucking love kids and I will protect them with my fucking life. Even if they're a little shithead. Yes, we do have some shitheads. So imagine you're up in the woods. All right. You're an instructor. You're me. Big, strong, 6'3", 230 guy. Whatever. You're in the woods. You got 12 kids. 10, 11-year-old. Kind of sort of helpless against a wolf. All of a sudden over the comms, we get a random call like, hey, this is so-and-so from this area. Heard you guys are out in the woods. We've seen a pack of wolves coming and trying to, take kids from the house, from other camps, whatever. So basically, I get information that at least a wolf, a grown adult wolf, is going to come and try to take one of these kids. And they'll probably go through me to get to them. So, knowing that information, what would you be thinking about? Would you be like, oh, there's a wolf going to come try to kill me so I can take a kid? All right, well, let's just hope it doesn't. Anyway, kids, let's talk about using the sun for navigation. No, you're going to totally change everything. Like, shit. Kids, form a circle, chill right here, facing outward. Everyone grab a stick, have your knives ready, be ready to yell, whatever. Keep an eye out so I can engage whatever the threat does does come from. So imagine that, you're standing there like, all right. It's 5 in the afternoon, let's say. All right, so we got hours of daylight. Probably not going to come during the daylight, but it did come during the daylight, so I should be on guard, especially at night. Especially at night, you should definitely be on guard because that's a very vulnerable time. So you're sitting there waiting. And at some point, after a few hours or maybe a day or two, you're like, I know it's coming, but I'm fucking tired of just being on the lookout. I'm tired of being ready. Oh, I'm so tired of being ready. It's been 2 days. Is this fucking thing ever gonna come? But you know it is. So you never relax. You just end up with this lifelong sense of mental fatigue because you're constantly, goddamn, I'm hitting this kind of on point. So I feel like I'm about to cry because this is actually pretty fucking on point. Yeah, I think I just kind of feel sad about that. Maybe a little bit of self-pity. It's just fucking sad seeing someone live like that. And it's even sadder being like, God damn, that's me? Fuck, man. All right, fuck. So that's kind of what it's like. And it never seems to really go away. And you get so fatigued from it, like, on a conscious level, that you're like, fuck it, whatever, like, I don't care anymore. I don't give a shit. But the subconscious is still like, yeah, it's fine. You can act relaxed and all, but I'm still ready. Especially nighttime. Woo, it's going to get more and more vulnerable. Which is why a lot of us at night, or me, throughout the day, I'm fine. But before bed, like, I need to have some drinks to just calm my nervous system. So if there was really a wolf out there, that would obviously be irresponsible. But imagine you're living a life where you're always thinking there's a wolf. The only way to get that subconscious to die off or just to fucking chill out, take drugs, meditate, breathe, or drink. The meditating and breathing and all that, like, it'll help a couple hours, but then as the night goes on, the nervous system kind of kicks back in. Come 3 in the morning, you're like wide the fuck awake, high heart rate, feeling aggressive, like, what the fuck? So that's kind of where I'm at with my journey is I got to find another way to calm my system at night. But I'm also accepting that's where I am right now. I don't like it, but that doesn't fucking matter. I've been through the whole, no, it's okay, blah, 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 blah. And it's at the point, like, after all that shit, I'm doing that so I can sleep. Next step is learning how to kind of rewire those things that cause that high level of tension, the high level of preparedness. And some of it has to do with that piece of shit that touched my pee-pee, molested me, who's in the evening in a bed. So I got this thing with the fucking beds and the PTSD, always being ready. So I'm gonna start working on those, the sources, and hopefully that will decrease the need for medication or drinking. So if that makes any sense to you or you relate to that, know you're not alone. So drink some water, do some breathing, sit by the creek, sit somewhere in nature and just spend 5-10 minutes just closing your eyes and fucking doing nothing and get in the creek. All right. I got 3 more seconds. I'm going to waste it.